Have you ever seen a police vehicle pass by and wonder what bad thing are they going to?
There is no typical call. I've been in law enforcement for 25 years, and I don't think there's no two calls have been exactly the same.
It's that reason, encountering the unexpected, that makes police work interesting, but also dangerous. They never know whom they might encounter. That's also the reason why police training is crucial. How can you prepare for everything that might happen?
When I went through the police academy, that's how we dealt with noncompliance. If someone did not respond to the loud, clear, concise commands, then we moved in close and went hands-on. We found that that's not the best practice anymore. If we look at the true numbers of the folks who were affected by mental illness, you're looking at 1 in 4 people have a diagnosable mental illness. Whether it's been diagnosed or not, we're looking at 1 in 4.
Numbers like that mean that more training is needed. So the Fort Bend Sheriff's Office, under the direction of Sheriff Troy Nels, formed a crisis intervention team. Its goal? Familiarize officers with some of the characteristics of mental illness and differently cognitive people that might make interaction with an officer difficult or confusing. The result? Handling these encounters without force when possible, and, more importantly, learning how to help. Under Lieutenant Soland, there is a 40-hour class where trainees hear from different representatives of people with special or unique needs. These include mental disability, post-traumatic stress disorder, and others. On this day, the subject was autism.
Ambry, as we saw, has won the Texas Teen Miss Amazing pageant, and she's going to Chicago in August to represent Texas in the national competition.
I'm Emery Buckle, Texas Teen Miss Amazing from Missouri State, Texas. My friends call me Reed. I'm 17 and sing and dance. This past year, I got to teach young girls how to tap dance.
Darla Farmer of the autism advocate group Hope for Three explained characteristics like lack of eye contact.
You might have a person who drives a normal lifestyle, but you pull them over and they're not looking at you. You might take that as they're being defiant or not cooperating.
The program is about 3 years old, and they have trained over 1,000 officers from all of the departments in the Fort Bend area. Cities have bought into the training for their people too, and not just police officers. They have sent 911 communications people, firefighters, and even code enforcement officers.
Instead of developing an adversarial relationship like law enforcement typically does, now we have a cooperative relationship, and we're trying to approach it from a non-judgmental aspect. We're not getting a lot of pushback from them. They're understanding why we're there, and that we want to help them.
Okay, I want to tell you a quick story why this class is so important. Caroline, our development director, has a young son with autism. She has 3 kiddos. Well, she wakes up, this was after strikeout, so it had to be May. She wakes up to a Fort Bend County Sheriff's Department standing in her apartment with her naked son. The children and her had taken a nap, and her son, it was raining outside, her son had figured out how to open the garage door, get out into the street, neatly took all his clothes off, and was dancing in the rain naked. He's 4. So of course the police were called. When Caroline wakes up, the police officer asked her, "Ma'am, does your son have autism?" And she said yes. He hugged her, he didn't judge her, and he left. She calls me hysterical. And I'm like, "Caroline, what happened? What's wrong?" And she said, and she proceeds to tell me the story. And she said, all he did was hug me. He knew. And she said, "Darla, he's told me he took the CIT class." That's how important this class is. He understood, he didn't judge, he didn't cast shame. He strictly returned the child to a safe environment because he knew.
So the next time you see a police vehicle, remember this story. For CSI, I'm John Woods.